I think Prydwen was
What?
that big
A
flying
bunch
thing
of
we
junk.
saw.
Dance?
Are you ready to head up to the ship?
Yeah.
Of course I am. I've never seen anything so impressive.
Takes your breath away, doesn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
After rolling that thing in, you've certainly started a war.
You're right. There's no way this doesn't just lead to more death.
If history's proven anything, it's that an overwhelming show of force has a chance of halting a conflict before it begins. Besides, why should we hold back when we have something like that at our disposal? That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
Alright. Lead the way. Don't want to betray these guys because then you're in trouble. No intentions, but you know, my son comes first no matter what. And it's something these people might not understand. Damn it! I can't open the door! There we go. Damn it, I got blood taste in my mouth. I woke up with blood in my nose this morning. Ah, you don't want to taste blood when you speak. It tastes so sweet. Yes, my blood. Oh wow, 30 bird.
Going up?
Yep. Since when were you ahead of me?
If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals.
Yeah. And who were they going to war with, I wonder?
The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive.
Of course they are against them. Huh?
I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. They'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty strict ship. So I guess I was sort of correct about choosing a side, not choosing too early, because you might come to regret it later, unless you can leave a side, but...
It's been far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Sure. I wonder where these Brotherhood comes from. They come from California originally, but if they have been stationed somewhere else for a longer period of time. Oh, wow. Oh, don't push me off there! You lead the way. This place. Check it out. Good thing there's railings here, as in case you would fall out.
Permission granted. Welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request. Place the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Alright.
So, get back here, Initiate. Our debriefing isn't complete.
Okay.
Gals.
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
What exactly is your mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxon will be addressing the crew shortly, and I'm certain all of your questions will be answered. Now, was there anything else, or was everything I said understood?
Not even a hint? Come on. I deserve it.
No. You'll just have to wait until Elder Maxon addresses the crew. Now dispense with the questions. It's time to get to work. Understood? That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
I think this Elder Maxim is the guy to talk to.
Welcome aboard. Elder
Thank you.
Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck.
Huh. Command deck. It's good that you can read on the doors where you enter. Oh, it's a ladder.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight. Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility. So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work ahead of us, brother.
I think I should follow him.
Paladin.
You're supposed to be at Maxon's address. Get moving, Initiate.
Oh. Damn it. It was supposed to be at the
Vertebrate
command deck,
should
so I
get
guess
there
it's down
somewhere.
here then. Oh.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our beneath the Commonwealth. There is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
If it looks dead, put one more in its
Sir.
head for good measure.
I care about them,
Why
you
take
know.
the chance?
The people of the Commonwealth.
I can see that. They're playing with fire and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
What do you want from me?
I want you to start taking responsibility for this planet. To start making a difference. And from what I've read in Paladin Dance's reports, you've already begun that journey. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier. Make us proud.
Elder Maxim, I have a set of plans to build a signal interceptor to get me inside the Institute.
An intriguing proposal that I'll have to seriously consider. However, before I allow any of my soldiers to breach the Institute, careful preparations need to be made. In the meantime, I need you to follow my orders and remain patient.
Why?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I need you to view this from my perspective. I'm not willing to risk the lives of my soldiers based solely on a set of crudely drawn plans. Give us time to validate the information you've discovered. Then when the time is right, I promise you, I'll do everything in my power to construct that device. You're dismissed, Knight.
Hull plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
I need to find that power armor. It could be useful.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you. That's pretty quick promotion tonight. Guessing the power armor is inside of where I came from originally. Seems like there's something fishy going on because Piper seemed to dislike what I said to
She
him.
might not look like her.
Though I think that he got the right idea of it, that having machines that looks like humans eventually will try to, you know, AIs are dangerous. It's a big risk that they will try to kill mankind because they figure mankind is a threat to them. And they don't want that. So why not defeat them and take them their place if they can think for themselves and blah blah blah. And that's the danger of technology. Where can I find my power armor? Oh, there's the power armor.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just...
What if I miss?
Don't.
When I get off duty, that's Salisbury State.
Whoa!
Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing!
All right. Everything looks nominal. And you didn't scuttle the ship. Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anytime.
Alright, that's a pretty brave lady.
Hi.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Chews through ferrules like paper.
Alright.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything
There.
suspicious...
That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your
Charging into a
concerns are
situation
noted,
guns
Scribe.
blazing is a
Give
good way
Proctor
to make
Ingram my
yourself killed.
thanks for letting me
The
borrow.
last person that disobeyed Captain Kells.
He looks like the
Prydwen's hull.
Virgil guy.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you are injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to become a freak when you take drugs.
Altering someone's genetic code sounds dangerous.
Absolutely. That's why I'm taking precautions and not altering the genetic code permanently. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I'm glad to help. It sounds like a just cause.
No problem. I'd be glad to help.
I appreciate your confidence in my abilities, brother. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
So, you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Thank you. But where do I get my power armor? It's good to grab it probably
I can't
more.
believe how lucky I am to be serving on the Prydwen. Everyone back home is so jealous.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
Damn it! I'm lost! This might take
You
a
know
while.
what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a buoyancy regulator?
I can guess.
I think it's not in here
You
though.
want to see the Brotherhood?
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Alright. Just don't tell Ingram, okay?
Fine. But there's a reason. Food's not allowed in the implementation.
Perhaps I should have asked that captain where the power armor was, because I think I had a chance.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
Elder Maxon.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later.
Excuse me, Captain Kells?
I believe you're needed elsewhere right
Damn
now.
it!
We can talk later.
Huh, sounds... Well, I guess I have to scratch that idea of power armor.
Adjusting compression rate.
Pinging remote units at 30-second interval.
Let's check the foredeck. Perhaps that's where the armory is. Perhaps it was at the science facility, but it's uncertain. It's definitely not here. This seems to be at a sightseeing deck. Never mind the power armor then. No, I'm not gonna give up this easily. I'm clever enough, I should be able to fight it.
I heard that
Paladin
Elder
Dance.
Maxon got that scar
There
on
you
his
are.
face from going
How did it go
one-on-one
with
with
Elder
the
Maxon?
Deathclaw.
He's a very dedicated man. It sounds like he stands behind everything he's saying.
Of course he does. How could he afford not to? I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
Good. Because we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and I don't want anything slowing us down. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Do you need to come with me now?
It might help if I tagged along with you. On the other hand, you might want to make your first impression without a paladin standing over your shoulder. It's up to you.
Let's go.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
I don't know where about half of these stuff are. Wait at the rocket stuff. See you later, Piper.
We'll stop the Institute.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. If you
I'm
can't
pleased
fix
we
it,
were assigned to the same team.
You're the one
I
who
think we
decided
can learn a
to
lot
pick your
from
way
each
through a fire.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
Thanks, brother. I owe you.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
I'm not disappointed, just surprised. You don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's always the first question from the new guys. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Would it help if I promised not to tell anyone else?
Okay, okay. Get you off my back about it. I was fighting with the Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland. Worked at a staging area for the power armor troops. Our position was along a ridge line overlooking the battlefield. I'd say it was a 100-foot drop, give or take.
Who were you fighting?
Super mutants. The damn things had wrangled a couple of behemoths and were marching on our main base of operations. To make a long story short, the ridge I was standing on took a hit from a nuke. Sheared most of the cliff right off, and caused the platform I was standing on to tumble over the side. If I hadn't been test piloting one of the power armor suits at the time, I would have died.
Your power armor helped you survive the fall?
Yeah, it took the brunt of the impact. But I don't know if I'd call it surviving. The suit was trashed after it landed, and I lost both of my legs. Haven't walked since. Anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
The duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
By Elder Maxon's orders, all
Tegan.
forms of technology
Step forward,
should be
Knight.
confiscated or
Even though
collected.
they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory that manufactured weapons and ammunition. Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes to the cause. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
I could use some extra caps.
You need them, and I want you to spend them here. It's a match made in heaven. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Alright, good. Good first impressions on some of them so far, except for the first guy. Ah, this is a nice armor. Though I'm gonna wait with this because I need to introduce myself to people. Or I'm just gonna do this.
Time to suit up.
If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel, beauty, and sin.
Let's go, Paladin. We got this.